Welcome back to another edition of Why It Works. I'm Joelle Martinek from Ginger Soul Photography here in Los Angeles. And today we are looking at this image from, it was essentially an elopement. Um, and I really love it. It's a pretty straightforward image, but there are things that I really, really love about it. So, the first thing is movement, right? So, during my sessions or when people are in front of my camera, I will often have them walk and sometimes walk, like 6 step forward and 2 and 4 steps back and like do that a couple times. And what that does is it obviously creates movement, right? So we can see just sort of, you can feel the forward motion because of the way their feet are here. Um, and then it also adds just a little bit of like movement to his jacket and her dress. So, I really love that. And I'm always wanting more movement than less movement in a photo. It's really rare for me to have just like a posed moment. Dancers are a little bit different sometimes, but just creating movement, swinging your hips back and forth, that kind of thing. Even if you're doing just like as a static portrait, a little bit of movement will help create some interest there. Um, and then the next thing I always love when one person is looking at the other and the other is not looking at them. There just feels like there's an intimacy there that we're getting sort of let in on, which I love so much. Um, so there's that. And then, I love the shape of these trees back here. Right. I was really trying to get the top of this tree as well, but I was a little bit restricted behind me, so I couldn't back up anymore, and I was at the widest point on my lens. So, I love the shapes and the texture that all creates. I love this little bit of light peeking through as well, right? Letting us know where that sun's coming from. Right. And then this path here does serve as a bit of a leading line, right? So we've sort of also framed them in that aspect right there. And then I was looking as well, right? Like this would kind of be the horizon line here. So just making sure that cut them at a more flattering place. Again, trying not to cut them through the neck or something like that. Um, so there's that. And then I loved the contrast in the image, which is why I converted it to black and white, right? So it was the contrast of the lightness of the ground here to the darkness of the foliage. Same thing here, right? Like the darkness of the trees as compared to the lightness of that sky. Um, and I like that the shapes of the trees sort of mimic, yes, this one's a little bit taller, he's a little bit taller, but I like that they were sort of standing here, in the not the shapes of the trees, but they were sort of mimicked there. There's two trees, there's two of them. I like that. And I really love the feeling of this image a lot. It feels powerful. It feels like they just got married and they are ready to conquer the world together. Um, so that is why I think this image works. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and have a great rest of your day.